You smell what I smell? That's some pure bullshit.
What's up, motivators? Welcome back. It's Kevin. This is Pure Bullfit. Now, I know this is a bit of a different setup than you guys are typically used to, but the area that I normally film is actually full of all of the stuff that I'm working out with at home. My resistance bands, my knee sleeves, my Swiss ball, those little slidey pads on the floor and stuff like that. And I could have either gone to all the effort to clean that up and then set up my filming equipment, or I could just sit my happy ass down on my couch and have kind of a informal coach-side couching. That's not right. Couch-side coaching. We'll go with that. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what we do around here, we seek to demystify fitness, debunk the bullshit rife in the fitness industry, and provide you guys with actionable information so you can live better, longer lives. Now, we do that not just through the content here, but also through that link below. As you can see, I've got free programs, 10, 12, 16-week programs, at-home workouts, resistance training, if you're lucky enough to still have a gym, for anybody. No strings attached, no signups, no credit cards, none of that jazz. It is just a Google Drive, open to anybody. Download one, download them all, disseminate them to your friends. I'm just trying to help. So if that sounds interesting to you, check out the link below. If what you're looking for is a more personal touch, one-on-one coaching of the online variety, that's also a service that I provide here. I am expanding the number of clients that I'm taking on right now with so many people looking for assistance at home with their nutrition, with their programming, and overcoming the difficulties of our current situation. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out that link below. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. What are we here to talk about? At-home workouts. This shit's getting crazy. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's talk about the good first. Real quick, I want to say thank you to so many members of the fitness community, way more that I could name right now, who have gone out of their way to make sure that everybody has the resources that they need. So many folks like Jeff Nippard, Jeff Cavalier, Alan Roberts, Alan Thrall, Brian Allrush from Neversate.com, Johnny Candido, Scott Herman. I've got a couple of programs I put up myself. All my programs are always free, but you know what I mean. At-home workouts, options for people to work around their challenges right now, to get or stay lean during this quarantine, to stay sane, and to give us something other to do than just staring at the walls. And it is great that we have all of these options out there, but we still need to carefully evaluate which ones are right for us, or even if a particular exercise within an otherwise strong program is appropriate for us. And I don't think there's any such thing as a perfect program, and I don't think that any one exercise in and of itself is always applicable or never applicable. There may be, for those less popular exercises, some very specific circumstances where almost anything is appropriate. Almost anything. But right here, we have an example of an exercise that I honestly wouldn't recommend, despite the fact that it comes from two of the gentlemen that I trust the most with programming, with exercise science knowledge and exercise physiology. Jeff Cavalier and Dr. Eric Helms are both incredibly bright, incredibly knowledgeable people, but I think in this case, all of that knowledge has pushed out some room for knowledge in other areas like carpentry and home repair. Because in this case, two problems immediately come to mind. Despite the fact that Jeff recommends putting some books under there to keep the door more stable and to keep it from swinging, you can see a little bit of back and forth play in both of the videos. And if you're mid-set and your eyes are closed and you're just really gutting it out, trying to get those extra reps, you might hip swing and then that door will close and it could close on your fingers. That'll be really painful. Even if that doesn't happen, those 9 bolts in those hinges holding it to your door frame were designed to hold the door up, just the weight of the door, not your ass. And I think asking it to hold you in addition to the weight of the door is unreasonable. And then you have to replace all of those hinges, and it's just not worth it when there are so many options out there, so many alternatives. Get yourself some bands. Bands aren't strong enough? Do a one-handed pull-down version. Inverted rows if you don't have bands. Don't have enough resistance from inverted rows? Go ahead and do those one-handed. Or the backpack bent over row that you've seen in a number of videos, mine included. That can be a good substitute to work out the back in this temporary situation. But I really wouldn't suggest hanging from your door. And Dr. Eric Helms actually came out with a retraction about a day later after posting that, saying that talking to some carpenters, this is not something that he would recommend. And other than this single thing that I disagree with from a practicality standpoint, everything else that I've seen from these guys and everyone else that I've mentioned looks really good, and it looks like it could help you gain or maintain during this difficult time. So I encourage you, go ahead and check them out. Just always keep in mind, we have a responsibility to evaluate if a given program or exercise is right for us and right for our situation. So now that we have once again brought attention to the people you can consistently go to for predominantly good information, let's talk about the bad, because it's getting stupid out there. I'm not just talking about the V-Shreds 5 foods that'll turn you into a testosterone-making, fat-burning machine, or the Jim Stepani supplement stacks that'll supposedly boost your immune system and make you immune to the apocalypse. No, I'm talking about every fitfluencer and fit food guru out there who thinks that after 48 hours of sitting on their ass at home, they are suddenly an expert and they should be putting workouts and programs together for you. You see shit like this all over the place now, and it's absolute garbage. Crap like age-specific workout routines that vary per decade by like 5 reps a set, or these predetermined set rep schemes that are supposed to be applicable to everybody. Guys, this is just junk. There's absolutely no guarantee that it's going to help you where you're at, your level of decondition, conditioning, familiarity with exercise, your training capacity. No, what you should be looking for is people who understand basic philosophies of training and can teach it to you in simple ways so that you can incorporate it at home. Are some of these routines good to get started with, good to keep you active, good to give you something to do besides staring at that wall? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. But this is not training. And as many intelligent people have pointed out in the past, there's a huge difference between training and working out. If you're coming from a sedentary lifestyle, if you're deconditioned from a long period of time of not working out at all, or if you're just looking for a tiny bit more activity in your life, yeah, sure, these could be appropriate. But if what you're worried about is losing that progress that you worked hard for in the gym, primarily through resistance training, these bunk-ass bullshit workouts aren't going to do anything for you. They're probably not going to challenge you. If you could do 100 push-ups in a go, 5 sets of 10 push-ups is not going to do jack for you. Training to fatigue will, because it is one of the few mechanisms for generating protein synthesis and muscle hypertrophy that you have left. We can reduce the rest times, we can increase our work capacity, and we can challenge our muscle tissue through increased volume to muscle fatigue. Do as many as you can in the first set, then do as many as you can in the second set. Did I say reps? No, because reps don't matter. Your current work capacity improving is what matters. Now, if you've got a 405-pound bench press and you are obsessed with having exactly a 405-pound bench press when you get back, that's probably not going to happen. You're going to need to accept that. Just take a breath, accept it. It'll come back very quickly. Muscle memory, neuromuscular efficiency, recruitment of myonuclei from satellite cells, those are all real things. It's going to be okay. But you're not going to make as much progress or hold on to as much as you possibly can if you're not challenging your current systems. Move that muscle through its full range of motion several times a week. Give yourself legitimate challenge through training to fatigue. You're going to see a whole lot better progress than doing 5 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 25 push-ups and then 100 sit-ups afterwards. All of that stuff is fucking nonsense, particularly if it is associated with a buy my supplement stack to maintain your gains. Anything like that is absolute bullshit, is to be avoided. Anybody listing 5 foods or 3 somatotypes or any of the rest of that shit, avoid them like the plague. Social distance yourself from that bullshit. Now, all of that stuff is ugly, but even those bunk-ass bullshit routines might serve a function in some small way, as I mentioned before. But this shit that I'm about to show you doesn't really have any place any damn where. And it concerns me because it absolutely does inspire people to follow suit. You take a guy who I actually like Larry Wheels, doing this dumbass shit in his house that is not just dangerous to him, it's dangerous to anybody who tries to mimic him. There is no reason that somebody should be putting a couch above their head other than to be oppressive. And some folks out there are going to be like, oh, it's just a stunt. Oh, he does stunts. Yeah, well, I have a problem with that right now. It inspires people to follow suit, and you'll see why I say that here in a minute. But the dangers that should be obvious with lifting this couch over your head are the entire framework underneath there is metal. It's an unstable object, one he's clearly not familiar with. It doesn't matter how strong you are, you got no business putting that damn thing over your head or curling it, getting people to follow suit with their fucking lawn chairs or whatever other idiotic idea they may have. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. I'm glad you're okay, Serena. Worse yet, this ill-advised idiocy is popping up all over social media, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram. And some of these folks are going so far as to say this is the best way to work out your glutes at home. No, the fuck it's not. Not even close. There are so many better alternatives out there that introduce less risk. Risk, reward, evaluate it. Get your damn significant other off the couch. Stop leg pressing them. Stop curling it. Stop overhead pressing it. And that's the other thing that really irritates me about a lot of these programs. Some folks are doing it just as a stunt, but they're not doing a great job of saying it's just a stunt. They're using their significant other in these weightlifting challenges. And you see a lot of it. And it's been around for a long time, but it's especially bad right now. You got this jackwagon from The Biggest Loser, Steve, working with his girlfriend in an undeniably dangerous maneuver. Don't think that's a problem? Oh, nobody's stupid enough to try that at home? This motherfucker actually lists it as a hashtag challenge in his description, so you can't convince me he's not trying to get other people to do it, and it's obviously working. Stuff like that is irresponsible. There's very few ways that you can safely use another human being for exercise, and it should be reserved for people who do it regularly or train this way, like acro yoga. This shit is a great way to get your partner hurt. It's not cool, it's not funny, and it doesn't matter how many social media points you get for it. Instagram hearts and Facebook likes will not pay for your partner's medical bills. So don't do this shit, and don't encourage other people to do this shit. So guys, it's getting crazy out there, and we need to be extra careful about where we go to for information, who we trust for resources. And what I've done is I've listed all of the people that I've worked with or for or done their programs and had positive experiences that I trust, that I've looked at their content and I feel like they put consistently good, predominantly accurate information out. Feel free there, a YouTube or a Google search away. Evaluate for yourselves. Come to your own decisions. I'm not getting anything. There's no discount codes because almost everybody on this list is providing shit for free. So there's really no reason not to check them out. All right, guys, that's the good, the bad, the ugly of at-home workouts. If you liked the video, smash that like button. Leave a comment. Help me grow this community. If you didn't like the video, look, man, they got a button for that too. And I'm sure you rock a lot of looks, but salty is not one of them. Until I see you guys in the next video, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and go fit yourself.